I'm going to do this video is I'm going to finish up the maple walking stick. I decided to put a different design around it. I think I said that on the last video. But what it's going to be, I have a scale. Let me get one here. And I don't know how good you can see that. It's for making scales, fish, and I guess larger reptiles. And then I have it all the way down to a little bitty one. But I'm going to do this. Might as well get the stick up, which I've already started, and I'm going to put it on a swirl pattern going down. And I took a tack, put it at the top, and then I went one time around so it's even. The bottom and the top pin are in line. Only going around once because I gotta have 3 lines going around, so I don't want them really close. And then what I'm going to do, let me get here and zoom in on the camera here. Should have had this done before. My pencil, and what I'll do is I will follow that line down with my pencil, and then I will move this over one, follow it down with a pencil, move it over again for the final one, and then I will take my scale making for my wood burner, and I will go and I will make scales one side of the line and turn it around and match them on the other side of the line so it'll be circles. And then when that's all done, then I will take my next size down and I will go in between each circle, and I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. It's pretty hard to show you and tell you at the same time, or tell you without being able to show you at the same time. So what I'm going to do, I showed you here, and I'm just going to let me get my eyes on so you know what in the world I'm going to be doing here. And I'm just going to follow this down and be as gentle as I can so I'm not moving the line around much. It doesn't have to be real dark. It does have to be kind of straight. And I'm sorry that you can't really see exactly what I'm doing from my vantage point. But there's the line all the way around. I doubt if you can see it. It's very light. And if they're too light, I will go by hand over it and make it a little darker. But I'm not going to move this around and show everybody or show you each separate one, because they're all going to be the same. So let me get the camera turned off. I'll get these 3 marked in and we'll go from there. Okay, we got everything marked out. Did a couple of them here to make sure that my burner was on the right heat. So here we go. Okay, we went through the big ones. They're all done. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller one, and I will show you what I mean by going in between. Well, I got that all done. I didn't video it all because it was just long and boring. But there's what it looks like when it's all done now. The wife says I was going to put colors in the big one, all different colors. And the wife said she would just as soon see it without colors. So I am going to do it without colors this time. And I think I could have made those a little bit longer. Maybe down another 6 inches or something. But I think this will do real good for this one. I am going to color the grooves different colors. I'm going to put a walnut stain on it. I think a light walnut stain on it. I think that's about it, what I'm going to do. So, I am going to call it a day, and we'll be out here tomorrow. I will go over it all with a 400 sponge, and I'll go over the grooves with a 400 sponge. I put the corner of the 400 sponge in the groove. Let me get down here, and it forms real good and makes it nice and smooth. So, well, I've got everything ready for it to be stained. I did all the final checks on it, looking at it. I'm going to do a golden oak on it this time. I wanted to get a little lighter because I didn't want to hide the designs. I couldn't think of the word. I didn't want to hide the design with a real dark stain, so I'm going to go with golden oak. So I know it's not the exciting part of it, but it's a part of it and it has to be done. So excuse me, I will get everything around. I'm going to wear my plastic gloves and all that stuff so I don't get my pretty little hands all stained. So let me get that all around and we'll get going. Okay, it's dried enough, I believe. I'm going to wipe it down. Well, it's out there, it's drying, and as I sit here looking at it, I can see it out the door. I think the design should have been another foot longer. It really should have. It's the height of the stick, you know, and the design is only yay long. Could have been a little longer and maybe even a little wider. But it's that way now, so not a whole lot I can do about it. But I think I might try another walnut stick, yeah. Another maple stick with that same type of design, but making it longer and wider instead of just the one set of circles and then having the smaller scale in between the two, maybe going out a couple each direction with bigger scales. And seeing how it's so nice out, I've got the door open to my shop, and of course the cars go by and you can hear. It's a little noisy, but it's just so nice to have it to where you can have the door open instead of the air conditioning and the fans running. And anyway, I think I will do that with the next maple stick. Make the design a little wider and longer. I think that would catch the eye a little bit more. Well, I got the first coat of clear coat on it. Now I got to do is take the files and go in the grooves, clear them out a little bit so they're a little rougher, not quite so slippery, and then I'm gonna get the paints out that I use. It's got the little round tips, and I'll show you them before I get the camera set up. They're King Art. I believe they're King Art, and they're just really nice to use on the grooves. So let me get that ready and get the camera set up, and we'll get rolling. got that done. Sadly, a couple of the colors had dried up. So I had to use 2 of them over again, but that's okay. I think it turned out pretty good. Now I got to go over it with 4/0 steel wool on the rest of it here, make it nice and smooth. And then I'll do another coat of polyurethane. Well, I guess this isn't polyurethane. This is something else. It's a protectant. It seals, it says, and it protects. So we will see. So far, it looks like it's working pretty good, but you never can tell until you're all done. Let me get this finished here, and I'll take it back out. Give it another coat. I will probably give it another coat after that. Just because I can. So, okay. Got that done. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to go outside, put it up on the nail, spray it down, and I have nowhere out there to put the camera, so you'll have to use your imagination to me with a spray can going up and down. Alrighty, okay, catch you later. Hey everyone, I have got the walking stick finished. I think it looks pretty good. Well, it's not completely finished. I have got to yet put the rubber on the bottom. Now, I'm using a different style. I don't know if you can see it. I'm hoping you can. There's a piece of metal, like a metal washer in the bottom. And that helps keep it from breaking down. I had the other soft tips that don't have the washer, and after you use them for a little bit, they kind of squish out, or they'll crack every once in a while. These here are not supposed to do that. They're really, really tough. But it's a non-slip type thing here. So that's what I'm going to put on here. I got it for 1 inch. Put it on, and then you tap it down. And there it is. And it's big enough to look okay with the size of the stick. It's a pretty good size stick. So I use that. I just really think it's nice. It's nicer. So I got that all done. And I really like the finish. Now I have, what I used is a Rust-Oleum. It's a clear gloss, and it seals, protects, and revitalizes. It's for UV protection, sun stuff. And this is a can. I have it in gloss and satin. And I really like the shine it puts on it. It's not real gaudy, but it's nice and shiny. So that's that with that. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do next, which I really don't know what I'm going to do next. I am still really working hard on the silver inlay. I've got walnut. I got a lot of these, 1.5 by 5, I believe. Got a lot of them. They're called knife scales. And then I have a cherry. This is cherry wood, and that's a knife scale. And then I have this really beautiful curly soft maple, and it's beautiful. The wood grain, I'm hoping you can see the wood grain. It is really quite a stunning piece. And I'm going to cut that down into whatever length I'm going to need. I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out projects that people would want. I'm trying to look for small boxes and stuff to do the inlays on the lids and stuff, but most of it is made out of pine. And I haven't really tried to work with pine yet, but I'm going to have to see. I'm going to have to buy something that's pine and see if inlaying will take the inlaying. I got a feeling that pine will break as you're putting pressing the groove in. I'm just afraid it's going to crack and break instead of cut and be nice like it does with walnut and cherry and the maples. So I don't know. I've got a couple of more walking sticks here that I've got, and they're those two are blooming pear, blossoming pear, however they pronounce that, but they're the pear. Beautiful wood, but I just don't know what I want to do right now. So I suppose within the next few days I'm going to have to figure something out so I can start another video, which I am very happy that I can still do. So I will continue doing them. One every 2 weeks is all I'm going to be able to put out. I just don't have the strength and ability right now to do anything any more than that, and I don't know if I ever will be able to now. I can't seem to get the infections out of my lungs, so we will see. So I suppose right now, thank you all for watching. It's been a heartfelt pleasure doing these videos for you guys. I really enjoy it. I hope you enjoy watching them. And I try to make them interesting. Right now, y'all can probably tell that I'm not as quick and stuff as I was before. My speech, thinking of things, just not feeling that perky yet. But I'm working on it. Alrighty? Enough of that. So, again, thank you all. Thanks, my new subscribers. It's wonderful to have you along with me. Again, thank you. Bye-bye. And remember, everyone, get your hiking stick, your walking stick, your cane, whatever you use, and get out there and do some walking, because nature is beautiful.